Monday Night Raw Hot Takes, where I take your thoughts, your opinions, your hot takes, if you will, from the previous episode of Raw, SmackDown, PLE's big events, like Saturday Night's Main Event. Sorry, I'm getting this out so late. I might even get it out Wednesday, depending on when I get this done, because I had to work all day. Heaven forbid, had to show up for my job and work the entire shift. But that wasn't even the worst part. The worst part is I actually woke up super early, filmed all these hot takes. I had the plan laid out, gonna get this out at 2 or 3 p.m. And then the funny thing about recording videos is, well, you gotta turn on the audio, the microphone. Yeah, I filmed like an hour worth of footage. No sound whatsoever. You think Drew McIntyre is crashing out on Seth Rollins and CM Punk? You should have saw me this morning crashing out. Just like, oh my gosh. I was so mad. But that said, here we are. It's 9:10 p.m. on Tuesday. Let's go. Jay Levi now. Oh yeah, by the way, my phone, I can't read any of the comments for some reason. I could do it this morning, can't do it tonight. Oh well. So here are my comments over here. Jay Levi now. Penta needs to stay a solo star for now. That match with Gable was fire, and Penta's mic skills are good enough, good even with the language barrier. He got me screaming, Cyril, Midol, all the way from TN, Tennessee. My grandmother was from Tennessee. All right, so Penta needs to stay a solo star for now. Ironic in that WWE wanted to bring him in with his brother, Ray Phoenix, as the Lucha Brothers. And yet, now we're just like, holy crap, this dude's awesome. Let's keep him a solo star. But I think he's saying, let's keep him out of the LWO, just like a singular star. And I agree with that. No LWO for Penta, please. And the language barrier issue, I'm with ya. I did not feel that it hindered my connection with Penta. I don't speak Spanish. I wish I did. I wish I spoke another language. But that said, it didn't make me feel any less like, oh, gross, he's speaking another language. No way, no how. Look at Shinsuke Nakamura. When we were forcing Shinsuke to speak English, it was like, you know, his interviews were like so-so. But now that he's like pure Japanese and we got subtitles, he's fire, man. He's fire. Let's do that with Penta. Ferroha, my hot take is Penta is finally here. And the fact that I honestly liked Raw a little more than last week. Penta is here and it was great. I'm okay with them bumping Penta to this week because last week's Raw was just for, I don't know, it was for the Netflix executives, and I was just like, you know, it was okay. It was like, yeah, cool. I guess that's Raw. But this week, this was Raw. This was for the wrestling fans. And I'm definitely okay with Penta being on this week than last, because I loved this episode of Raw, but last week's episode of Raw, it was like, it was okay, but there was something missing. But this week, it seemed to be just firing on all cylinders, and Penta, what a debut. Penta's a really hot topic. Let's go with Alex Johnson. Penta's WWE debut was perfect, and that promo was also perfect. Yeah, I agree. Perfect. Now, I did hear that some people got a little upset that Penta went a little too long. I really hope that they just get over it and they just try to remember what it was like for them to be the first time in a WWE ring with the spotlight. I really hope that if there is heat on Penta for going too long, that it dissipates really, really quick. Hopefully Penta just goes, hey guys, sorry, I apologize, I'm not used to this. I'm used to no structure whatsoever, you know, AEW, and hopefully the WWE wrestlers, they forgive him and maybe help him a little figure out how to better time things. You know, maybe we could take this he ran a little too over long and make it into a positive. KB, all these people obsessed with Roman Reigns, probably talking about Seth Rollins, CM Punk. Well, CM Punk's not really obsessed with them, but Seth Rollins started hating on Punk again because of his team up with with Roman at the Bloodline, and then Drew McIntyre, who's definitely obsessed with Roman Reigns. But anyways, all these people obsessed with Roman Reigns, how most of the main event revolves around him. It's hilariously obnoxious. He's really the face of WWE, not Cody, like they want us to believe. Yeah, all things revolve around Roman. Roman is the sun, and everybody is in his orbit. And coincidentally, that's what Roman actually wanted when he came back to WWE in 2020. But yeah, even Cody Rhodes, the face, he is feuding with Kevin Owens because of his time with Roman in September? Bad Blood? When was it? Was it September? Not October, September? It's like, that's how long ago that it was. Kevin Owens is fixated on the fact that Cody teamed up with Roman. Everything revolves around Roman, and it's like, I kind of like it, honestly. I like that there are ramifications for things. I like that there are actions, and then there are consequences. And the action of teaming up with Roman is going to have a consequence of all those that Roman wronged on his path to the island of relevancy. I'm actually quite enjoying it, but it is crazy. It is crazy. Never been done before like this, that so many people are just like mad about Roman and taking it out on everybody else. Jay and Love, hot take. I love how almost every story is connected to the Bloodline. Yeah, me too. I am actually digging it. It just adds so many layers to different stories. Yeah, it's just like, maybe that's the catalyst, and it just brings out so much. It flushes out so much, and the possibilities are endless. Are we going to get the eventual Seth, KO, and Drew McIntyre team? Are they the new Shield? Are they going to form Sword and go after the Bloodline? Oh, I love it. And then she closes with, still looking forward to you hitting 10K before the Royal Rumble. Ooh, 10K. Can I get 10,000 subscribers before the Royal Rumble? I would need 2,400. It can happen, but I'm going to need your help. And if you help me out, maybe you can win this belt right here. I did not tell Jay and Love to write that, but I am appreciative that you did, because it helps me segue to the contest. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, I'm giving away this belt. All you gotta do, comment below, hit the bell, subscribe to the channel as well, maybe a thumbs up, be so kind, help the channel out. I'm trying to quit the day job. If I didn't have to go to the day job, I could have got this out, whether or not I forgot to hit audio or I didn't, I could have got this out by 1 p.m. regardless. So this belt is an amazing belt, and I love this belt, and I would love for you to have this belt. So help me out. Get to 10,000. Subscribe and comment, please. Dakota Kai should have won. All right. That's an opinion. I am of the other opinion. I really like that Lyra Valkyria won, because they have done a lot of groundwork, foundation building with her character. She had a big-time feud in NXT with Becky Lynch, so I feel like they put a lot of work into her, and then when she came into the roster, it was kind of like, what are we doing? Nothing. So her winning, I feel, was the right step. But you know what? If Dakota Kai would have won, I'd have been just as okay. I would have been like, I think that Lyra should have won, but let's see what Dakota could do. So, just a matter of opinion. Mine is the opposite of yours, but that's okay. Yee. 19, your videos suck. Your videos suck. I love that. I love that this dude, he saw a post, not even a video of mine. It's not like he was watching a video, like I suckered him in, and he's watching a video, and he's like, wow, this video sucks. I'm going to comment on it. No, he saw a post, remembered a video from my past, and was like, your videos suck. He took time out of his day to tell me that I just suck at YouTube. That's how much he doesn't like my videos. I would love to see what videos he saw of mine, because it's plural. It's plural. So not only did he watch one of my videos and think it sucked, he was like, oh, let me watch another one. Nope, that one sucks too. If I ever see this guy post again, I'm going to tell him, love this comment. Wouldn't it be hilarious if he won the belt? Could you imagine? I'm rooting for you, dude, to win the belt. And my videos suck. I could say your grammar sucks. To be fair, I could say your grammar sucks, because you did say your with, you apostrophe RE video sucks, so you are video suck, but I'm not going to do that. That's low-hanging fruit. We all make grammar mistakes online, so we'll just skip that and just appreciate the fact that you think I suck so bad that you just had to get it out there. You are peak internet, my friend. Demon King, my newest hot take is I miss the old black and white shirts for the ref. So do I. I only know black and white shirts for refs. I guess I knew blue shirts too on SmackDown, but yeah, I'm not digging it. I feel that it's too, I don't know, they blend in too much. And I know you're not really supposed to notice the referee. The referees are supposed to blend in, but I do kind of want them to stick out at the same time. I want them to, like, you know, wear camouflage and also a safety orange vest. It's like, are you trying to be seen or not? That's what I want the referee to be like. I want them to be wearing all white and be seen, and then try not to be seen by not making the show about them. Does that make sense? You know, maybe it's just a byproduct of me watching wrestling for 35 years and being used to white and black shirts, but I don't know, I miss it too. Not gonna stop watching wrestling, but at the end of the day, I miss it. MHH, Bron Breaker forced to sit in the crowd. It's sad. It's not just sad, but it makes no sense. Bron Breaker is a Raw employee. Why is he in the stands? Did he buy a ticket? Why would you buy a ticket, dude? You could be backstage. Or did they give him just a seat? Go, hey, Mr. Bron Breaker, have this seat. Again, he could just be backstage. There's food back there, even catering. Why is he in the seats here? Is it to watch people? He can just come down. He can literally walk down and sit by Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee will welcome him with open arms even. But he's in the crowd with the fans. It makes no sense. Now, Bayley was also in the crowd with the fans, but it made sense because, one, that was her hometown. So she actually might have just bought a ticket. She's not a Raw employee, so maybe she literally bought a ticket so she could just chill out with her people from her hometown. But Bron Breaker had no reason whatsoever to actually be in the seat with people, and just from a business standpoint, it makes no sense because you could have sold that ticket to a prospective fan. You could have got like 100, well, it's front row seat, so you could have probably got another $500. So yeah, it made no sense for Braun to be there. If he really wanted an up-close view, he could have done what every single wrestler has done since the beginning of time and just walked to the ring while the fight was going on. Donatello Leonardo, I feel Penta and Damian would make a sick team. Both Latinos, both into heavy metal. Damian can be the powerhouse, and Penta is the scrappy high flyer of like Shawn Michaels and Diesel, who were, what were their tag teams? Two dudes with attitude. Yeah, you know what? That would be kind of cool, but I don't want it. I don't want it because I just would rather just wait for Rey Fenix, his brother, to get out of his contract in AEW and come to WWE so the Lucha Brothers can go crazy and win the tag team gold. But what if we did Damian Priest and the Lucha Brothers? Maybe not like, I mean, I guess it would be a faction, but not a faction like Judgment Day. More just like a faction of just like these really tough guys, you know? I think that might be kind of cool. And then Damian Priest can kind of do that Bianca role that she has with Jade Cargill, and kind of like they can travel the road together. And Damian Priest can kind of like just mentor the Lucha Brothers until they're fully acclimated to the WWE system. Bishop Marley, member of the channel, and so was Donatello Leonardo and KB. Jey Uso is the perfect guy to win the World Championship. He is more over than he's ever been, and his story has been building since WrestleMania, the main event Jey Uso story. Jey wins at WrestleMania. So, yeah, I don't think, though, if you want him to be world champion in this feud, it's not happening at WrestleMania. They're fighting at Saturday night's main event. So I don't know if you're saying you want him to win at WrestleMania, so they should hold off or not. I don't know what's going to happen, though. Regardless of exactly what you're trying to say, I don't know what's going to happen with this feud. Jey Uso and Gunther, it feels like it should be Gunther, and Gunther's just going to take it. But then again, faces have been winning a lot lately, especially on these like casual friendly shows. So maybe Saturday Night Main Event, do you think Jey Uso could take it? I don't know. Gunther has been weak, but he's been kind of rebuilding at the same time. I don't know, but regardless, Jey Uso, he's very popular, and he is the main event. So, oh, man, I'm gonna say Gunther, but that's a tough one. That's a tough one. It seems like it's an obvious one, but if you really, really think about it, it's kind of tough. Yanel Sausta, I apologize. I'm very confident I butchered that name. Anyone notice Lyra Valkyria's hair and the Women's Intercontinental Championship are blue? I did not notice the hair. I noticed her outfit matched the blue on the Intercontinental belt, and I loved it. I love when wrestlers do that. So great. Thanks for pointing out about her hair. Joe Litton, after cross segment with Sammy will turn on Roman. I love you so low. Ooh, that would be good, but I don't think it'll happen right away because I do believe that Sammy being with Roman, aligned with Roman, will eventually cause KO to turn his sights to Sammy, and we get that going into WrestleMania. We can have a really good WrestleMania feud of Sammy and KO, who are best friends, who are always fighting, and it could be all about Roman. And maybe after that, Cross comes back in and say, hey man, you just lost your best friend forever for what, Roman? Was that guy a jerk to you? Because I do like this Cross that he just like kind of puppet masters all these like feuds between people for no reason whatsoever other than he's a giant jerk, and I find that absolutely hilarious. So I could see Cross playing a part in Sammy leaving the Bloodline, but not yet. The one, Michael Barron, Seth versus Punk versus Drew for the World Heavyweight Championship main event night 2 if The Rock isn't showing up. Wait till you see my who's going to be the next champion video, because that, well, I don't have it as night 2. That's kind of playing into one of my next videos. The Smartest Idiot, Penta and Gable need a best of 7. I would love that, actually. They had oh man, that match was sweet. I would love that. And finally, I guess we could guarantee that Gable would get at least 3 victories. But no, yeah, and you know what? I still kind of want Andrade and Carmelo to finish their best of 7 because LA Knight, kind of ruined that for them. But yeah, you know what? I would be okay with that. I would definitely be okay with a best of 7 between those guys. K Dizzle, Triple H can't book for crap. All right. So, a couple things about this comment. He didn't use the word crap. He used the cuss word. Please, if in the future, please try to keep it family-friendly PG. It makes the channel sponsor-friendly. Also, when we are in the chat, we need to be respectful of each other. If you have a different opinion than me, I can't just come at and start attacking you. I can't be like, well, you're a moron. No. We gotta just, we talk about the opinion, not about the person. And if you're going to say Triple H can't book crap, then I need you to tell me why Triple H can't book crap. Give me an example. Go, Triple H can't book crap because Chad Gable hasn't won at all, and this guy's a legitimate Olympic athlete. Triple H can't book crap because look at the Street Profits. They aren't even being used right now when you're trying to build up a tag team division. You got established stars right there. So I personally, I do love Triple H, but there are arguments for your case, K Dizzle, but you gotta give me the argument. You can't just throw out a blanket statement of, oh, he can't book crap, because that doesn't, give me something to work with here. Tuno Tunga, Sami Zayn winning with the Blue Thunder Bomb should be celebrated more. Yeah, that gets a platinum up from me. The Blue Thunder Bomb, the least devastating move in all of sports entertainment. And if you're asking what the most devastating, it's the surprise roll-up. These are Simon Miller quotes from What Culture and his own personal channel. Simon Miller is a YouTuber, one of the founding fathers of wrestling YouTube, and I absolutely love the guy. If you ever want to see a very positive wrestling channel, go to Simon Miller. Great stuff. He's actually one of the inspirations for this channel. I don't know if Tuna Tunga is referencing that, but I do know that Simon Miller does poke fun at the Blue Thunder Bomb a lot. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, just don't worry. This part of the video is over now. Benson Carter, since we have the mid-card titles now, the women's division would be better off without the tag division. I don't agree. I don't think we need to throw out the baby with the bathwater. I'm very happy that we have mid-card divisions, but the tag team division got really built up last year, and I think there's a place for it. If Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez can get those belts, I think there is definitely a place for it. Jade and Bianca did a great job last year, and I don't think we need to throw it away. It's like saying, oh, well, the men, they have mid-card titles. Should we throw away the tag belts? Now, I would argue maybe we should unify the tag belts for the men's division, but nah, I don't think so. Let's just write stories. We've got 8 hours of TV right now. I think we can devote 10 to 15 minutes to the tag division of the women's division, every week. And you're like, 8 hours? Yeah, six Raw and SmackDown, and then 2 on NXT, because the women's titles can be defended on NXT as well. So I don't think we need to. I get what you're saying, though, but I just don't think we need to. TTJC, I have a feeling without Finn, Judgment Day is going to start winning. But without Finn, how can they win? Because if you listen to Finn, you will win. Unfortunately, I think, fortunately, Judgment Day, just be gone. Dissolve. You're done. You done. Put the fries in the bag. Judgment Day. You're washed. TTJC again. The Wyatt 6 are on the same show with Braun. Ooh, yeah, the Wyatt 6. They got transferred over in the transfer portal window, whatever you want to call it. And that also means that Karrion Kross won his feud with the Wyatt 6. But that said, what if the Wyatt 6, they go as bad guys? They take Braun Strowman, who is a face and a monster at the same time. They corrupt him, make him heel, because a heel monster Braun Strowman, I kind of want to see that. And then the Wyatt 6, then they're deadly. And Braun was not maybe an original member of the Wyatt family, but he was in the second incarnation. So yeah, Wyatt 6, Braun Strowman. Book it. Tis Mickey 2007. Was it just me, or the Damian Finn match unintentionally hilarious? Not just you, because I thought I was very entertained, and I was even tickled. I was very impressed and surprised, actually, because I did not want to see the match, and yet I enjoyed it, not gonna lie, and I was laughing. I really was. Especially that moment, it was like when he pushes the stretcher, and the stretcher kind of like turns, and then it hits the ring, and Finn Balor just rolls out. That was so perfect. That was so perfect, and yeah, it was funny. It was funny, and unfortunately, I got my hopes up, and for a second, I thought Finn Balor was gonna win. I don't know why, Pin Balor never wins, and yet for a second I just whatever, I'm the idiot, I'm the moron, I believed in Finn. My fault, but yeah, this match was very entertaining, very hilarious, even if it wasn't supposed to be. Dez 12458, this show was so amazing, dare I say better than the debut Raw. Whoa, don't bring out the pitchforks. You know what, I'll bring out a pitchfork, but I'm going to defend you, buddy, because I am with you. This Raw was way more entertaining. People want to say, oh, well, that first Raw was for the casuals. That first Raw was, you know what? I don't like that mindset. You know why I don't like that mindset? Because you shouldn't, if you're going to go on a date with someone, you shouldn't fake who you are. You should be who you really are. So if Netflix Raw was this fake presentation of what wrestling is, then when the viewers come back and they see what wrestling actually is, well, then they're going to be like, well, this isn't what I signed up for. We should have showed them what wrestling really was. And it's not like, it just, I don't know, something was just off last week. But this was our Monday Night Raw. This is what the fans should have saw, new and old alike. So I'm with you. Pitchfork, I'm defending you. Milliman Matthews, not even one heel has had a victory on Raw this year. I did not really notice that. Last week I did notice it because there was just I don't know, they did so many questionable decisions that everything came into question. But this week, I don't know, it felt very natural. So, but you are right, and I would say that some heels, we need to start having them win, because if the heels never win, then it's never going to be cool when the faces do. Eventually it's just going to be like, okay, the faces, all right. Negligence. WWE really are geniuses. Lyra winning. I mean, wow. Just wow. I really want to know how Triple H comes up with this stuff, because it's so unbelievably stupid. That's how you say Triple H booking is crap. That's how you say it. You draw me in. You don't just be like, Triple H is booking is crap. No, you draw me into a false sense of security that we're going to get a compliment, and then you hit me with Triple H is stupid. I should have known he would have fumbled this. I don't know why he fumbled this negligence. What's so wrong with Lyra Valkyria? I really want to know. Like, I don't think Dakota would have been that much better than Lyra, or, vice versa. I know they invested more time in Lyra, so she seems like the better choice. She won against Io Sky in the finals. She was in the Queen of the Ring finals. She had a feud with Becky. I would love to know negligence, and, that's not me saying, oh, you're stupid for your opinion. No. The only one stupid here is Triple H, apparently. Just kidding, I love Triple H's booking even. But yeah, negligence. In the comments below, please tell me why you feel that this was horrible booking. I generally want to know. Jay Levi now, ever notice they always have Miz doing something, whether it's being a transitional champion or just being a side character in a feud, he always gets his TV time. Yeah, the Miz is going to be around forever. He's going to be one of those like unsung heroes. People are starting to notice how great that he has been for WWE. He's just a utility player. You can put him wherever you need to, fill any role you need him to fill, and he will do it. Great for PR, great for this, great for that. The Miz is just an all-around company man. Raphael AI, Gunther finally came to work. Yeah, thank you, Gunther, for showing up, dude. It's like been 4 weeks. You missed the biggest Raw of all time, but you know what? I'm glad he kind of missed it because it was kind of lame. Gunther finally showed up to work and cooked Jey Uso like an omelet. He really did. Wow, you're a really good wrestler for a tag team guy. But I wish he had a different opponent for Saturday night. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I just like, who else could it be? I don't know. It's a nice little quick. Jey Uso's that kind of guy that can be inserted instantly into the main event and then go somewhere else. And win or lose, it doesn't really affect him that much because he's so over with the crowd, but a win would just put him over the moon. Monster Jam Brawny, I want the Usos to be gone forever. They are the most annoying people in WWE today. Monster Jam Brawny, like, I'm just so surprised that you continue to watch this channel because I almost never agree with you. I love the Usos. The Usos are like my second favorite tag team of all time, and yet you still come with your hot takes. So, I applaud you for sticking it through. I wonder, do you even watch the videos, or do you just come to the comments to say, I hate this guy and I hate that guy? I'm not throwing shade, even if it seems like I am. I don't know. Who do you like? Monster Jam Brawny, give me your top 5 of current day wrestlers. Andy Anderson, a lot better than last week's Raw. Surprise Drew and Seth next week, meaning one of the two is going to look even weaker with another loss. Or someone interferes and then they don't look weak, really. And interference can really stop that. Who knows? Maybe CM Punk causes a double DQ. But yeah, I think we're going to get a lot of really good matches for the first month. I think just because they're not, just being all overly Netflix, you're so awesome. Like the first episode, I think the first month of Raw is going to be a bunch of banger after banger main events because they are still trying to pull in those new and casuals back. Ducky Devon, Penta in WWE is everything I wanted it to be. The entrance, the match, the promo at the end, everything was so amazing. Penta is my favorite wrestler, and to see him in WWE and be received this well, I love it. Looking forward to see what they have planned for him. I feel ya. I feel this comment. This comment takes me back to when Chris Jericho first appeared in WWE all the way back in 1990. Was it 98, 99? Yeah, I've been watching wrestling for 35 years, so I'm talking Chris Jericho back in the day. Not the Chris Jericho you see on AEW TV botching everything, but you know what? For a dude in his 50s, he's more athletic than I am, so I can only say so much. But back in the day, Chris Jericho was the man, and when he came into WWE, he had the presentation, he had the mic skills, he had the fans just cheering and popping, and yeah, you know what? Ducky honestly, Devon, that's what your comment kind of reminded me of. And I remember that feeling, so I am envious that you got that feeling, because what a feeling it is to see your favorite wrestler finally be treated with the respect and the flowers that they deserve. So I'm very happy for you, Ducky. TTJC, I'm hoping JBL and Dom link up. He has a rich history with Eddie, so you can have him groom Dom to finally be the dirty tweener heel. Just like Eddie was, face or heel, Eddie always played dirty. Holy crap, I love this. I love this. If you don't know who JBL is, JBL was this like rich tycoon, an oil tycoon, a Texas tycoon, right? Very rich, very obnoxious, and his gimmick was floundering. His gimmick was almost dead on arrival, but Eddie Guerrero and him, they got into a feud, and it was sky's the limit. That feud made JBL into a champion, and he would then lose that champion to John Cena, setting John Cena off on his path. That's how important JBL is. He set John Cena off on the path to his glory that we are feeling to this day. But JBL and Eddie Guerrero, they had a monster feud. In fact, there was a house show in which JBL, he made Eddie Guerrero bomb have a heart attack. And if you want, I actually did a segment on this way back in the day on my Mother's Day video. Yeah, like long time ago. But anyways, so JBL and Eddie Guerrero, their feud was so crazy. You couldn't get away with the stuff that they were doing back then on TV nowadays. Culture is way too woke now to deal with what the things that JBL was doing. And it was awesome and great. And they had great respect for each other outside the ring. JBL will credit Eddie Guerrero for making his career. And so I love that. What if we did bring JBL back and he told Dom, you need to man up. You need to be like Eddie Guerrero. You need to be like your dad, Eddie Guerrero. And he just pushed him. And I would love that. And that would get him away from Liv. They're about broken up anyways. JBL and Dominic Mysterio and JBL pushing Dom to be the heel that Eddie was. Yeah, I'm all for that. All for that. I'm ending the video on that comment because I love that comment so much. No comment can top that. Eddie Guerrero, I love that it would just allow his presence to still be felt and remembered, because we always want to remember. We never want to forget our past heroes when they were as good as Eddie Guerrero. And it would just be great to keep that memory alive through Dominic and JBL just pushing. It makes perfect sense. I love it. I book that. Please book that. And I'm ending the video. Guys, girls, sorry it took so long to get the hot takes out. I hope it was worth it. Have yourselves a great day.